Good morning. Welcome, once again, to another Bruce Rando live stream. Hope you're enjoying this lo-fi chill music that we got going on in the background here. Always like to keep it a bit chill, you know, just relax. Everybody just relax. So many people not relaxing these days. A lot of people forced to work really hard. Alright. Alright, so yes, today I will be doing a movie tier list, something different. I thought I'd be doing MCU movie tier list, and Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Cons today, or over this weekend, and they've been announcing all sorts of comic book and video game stuff over there, but today, in roughly 52 minutes, they will be live streaming the Marvel MCU panel, which will be you know, announcing their plans for the future. And you know, I really want to know what their plans are for the future, because they've sort of dropped the ball quite a bit in the last few movies, unfortunately. So yeah, and yeah, just you know, I didn't want to start too late, so I want to start a bit early. So I thought I'd throw in a tier list in the mix. You know, just have a bit of a talk about the MCU now. And I hope in chat, I'd love to hear some opinions to anybody watching. There are no wrong opinions. But yeah. There's no wrong opinions other than everyone else's but mine. No, of course not. Yeah, no, well, I think we should transition over. Here we are. Good morning. Good morning. Or good evening. Or good midday. Or whatever. Depending on where you are around the world. Good middle of the night. You know, if that's where you are, that's where you are. Alright, so yes, so in honor of the MCU Comic-Con panel today, where they'll be outlining a lot of the plans for what's to come, I thought I'd, yeah, just go through and do my own ranking of the MCU. I haven't done this before, never really given it much thought, so we'll see how it goes. So I've got, yeah, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. Now, I truly don't believe there is an F tier to these movies. I feel like all of them are good to a point. It's just, yeah, they do fall off. They do fall off in quality, or it's just you're getting more of the same, so it's sort of like, But yeah, so, yeah, gonna go in chronological order, year of release, starting with, oh, actually, I'll do a little bit of an intro for the YouTube bit that I'm going to cut out of this. I'm going to cut this part out, put it up as a YouTube video. Hopefully it catches fire and everybody cares what Bruce Rando has to say. So yeah. Oh. Hi everybody, and welcome to a Bruce Rando tier ranking stream. Oh god, not stream. It's not a stream. It's going to be a video. Take 2. Hello everybody, and welcome to a Bruce Rando tier ranking. I'm your host, Bruce Rando. It's in the name. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Today I'll be going through the MCU movie list. So it's just a slate of all the MCU movies that are all connected. Won't be going into specials or TV shows or anything that connects in between, because there's a lot of them and they're mostly trash. So yeah, not gonna go in that direction. Not going in that direction today. Just gonna go through the movies one at a time, starting with Iron Man, ending with the Marvels. Won't be doing Deadpool Wolverine. It just came out. So yeah, it's just a precursor to that. All right, well, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. So, starting off with Iron Man 2018. No, not 2018. Jesus, when did it come out? This is crazy. It's been so long. It's been so long since it came out. It feels like a lifetime ago, but also feels just around the corner. 2008. I was off by 10 years. So, yeah. It's been going for, 16 years, the MCU. And, it's finally starting to fall off and making billions of dollars. So yeah, gonna start with Iron Man. Now I don't know what y'all think. This is the one that kickstarted all. The OG. I'm thinking between S and A. I'm thinking between S tier and A tier. It kicked it all off. It was the first really well regarded Iron Man superhero movie. Like at this point, we hadn't gotten the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight Batman movies. They were amazing, but after this, pretty sure. I'm gonna have to stick it in S tier. Iron Man was just such a good thing. Oh god damn it! I'm gonna have to go back and edit real quick. See, I did the screen capture page so that I hold it, but if I start doing this, it's going to start, then I'm only going to be seeing 3 rankings, because why would you do it like that? Why would you do it like that? Alright, I'm going to have to disappear momentarily. I'll be back shortly. So annoying. So freaking annoying. Morning, Steelo. Marvel Stadium does not fit into any of this. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain it doesn't. I could be wrong. Don't think I am. But yeah, don't hold me to that. I went to after Incredible Hulk. Alright, cool. I think we're good to go. Whoa. There we go. Welcome, everybody, once again, take two. Bruce Rando reacts to the MCU Comic-Con panel thing and ranking the own MCU movie tier list. Let's go. Alright, so yeah, no, I can't quite read that. Damn it, it's like this thing's in the way of that chat thing. Yeah, I just think Marvel has its roots deeply embedded within our culture, but it seems it's struggling to cope with all the roundup. I don't know, I just feel like it's been sort of the same thing the whole way, and just it's gone the way of a lot of things, just trying to appeal to many demographics outside of boys. To tell you the truth, you know, it has always been traditionally boys that love superheroes. Doesn't mean girls don't, doesn't mean girls can't, but primarily it's just the way it is. Boys do, and yeah, they have catered a lot of their movies towards. We want everybody to be watching this. It's like, well, it's the boys that want to watch it the most. It's sort of what, yeah. I don't know, possibly controversial statement. I don't really care. It's it is what it is. It just feels like it has fallen a bit in quality. Now, whether you think it's some cancel culture war nonsense, that's up to you. But personally, I just think they've just been going too long. They thought they couldn't fail. They got all the big heroes out of the way. Now they're in the dregs, and they've just sort of failed to elevate it. But hey, we'll go through that once we go through all the movies. So yeah, welcome to Bruce Rando tier ranking list. This time I will be ranking the MCU movie tier from order of release, from Iron Man 2008 to The Marvels 2023. Not going to count Deadpool Wolverine because, well, comes out this weekend. I haven't quite seen it yet. Got some dental costs that I need to take care of first. But then, taking the whole family to go see it, so that'll be good. That'll be good. But yeah, it's yeah, without further ado, let's get into ranking these things, because we got to pause. If we haven't finished by 11, we got to pause and swap it over to the Comic-Con panel. But also, we can't finish it too quickly. So let's see if I can drag it out for 40 minutes or so. Alright, well, starting with Iron Man, where it all began. Came out May 2008, directed by Jon Favreau, who later went on to oversee the whole slate of Marvel movies, and Marvel as we know it, along with like Kevin Feige and stuff. And also, I'm pretty sure is in it, like he's an actor in the movie. He plays like Iron Man's like bumbly bodyguard that gets embarrassed a bit. But also, later on, sleeps with Marissa Tomei, and she's very attractive, so good on him. Good on him. Alright. Let's start with 2008 Iron Man. Alright, well, S tier, A tier. I don't know where to put this one. I feel like for respect, S tier. For quality of the movie, I'd probably say A tier by now. But at the time it came out, it was like nothing. There was no good comic book movies, essentially. Like, this was the first really good comic book superhero movie. That was just solid. That was nobody had complaints about. So it wasn't bad acting or anything. It was just a great movie from top to bottom, and it kicked off the whole MCU. Kicked off a multi-billion-dollar franchise that made so much money, hand over fist. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go A tier. Gonna have to be real with myself. You know, I did love it. I will watch it again. I will watch it. You know, probably a few more times in my life. And just great. Just kicked off Robert Downey Jr. You know, the face of the MCU as we know it. And A tier, motherfuckers. All right, next, Incredible Hulk. Came out 2008. Came out just 1 month after Iron Man, and it actually had kicked off the first end credits scene. It had Robert Downey Jr. appear after the credits to be approached by Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross? I feel like I keep getting that name wrong. But the army guy that's the Hulk's main enemy. Harrison Ford's playing him now, if that helps. But comes up with putting a team together. Yeah, yada yada, wink wink. And everybody's like, ooh, Avengers, are they gonna do an Avengers movie? Because, you know, a lot of the comic book fans like myself did not think it would happen. And then, they got Edward Norton involved. You know, prolific actor. You know, the Illusionists. What was American History X? He was American History X. Pretty sure. Yeah. And just many roles. And yeah, his portrayals. I'm gonna put this in C tier because this does feel like a stepchild, like, you know, a redheaded stepchild of the MCU. Doesn't really feel like it's 100% connected, but it is because we got the after credits scene. But it's not, because he's not the Hulk in any other movies. Like, he totally bailed from the project. He didn't think it was going to be a success. He just didn't want to be tied to the Incredible Hulk. Didn't think it would take off. Didn't think people would watch it. And now he's kicking himself. It's just like, damn, I should have stayed in that role. I'd be so much more richer if I did. Yeah, well, buddy, you didn't. And unfortunate, but oh well, is what it is. Poor decision. So yeah, I'm going to pop that into C. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. What's it call it? They had Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, as the love interest. I love Liv Tyler. She's great. And Edward Norton's great. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, well, moving in to the next movie. It's actually the sequel to Iron Man. This was like a 2-year gap between movies. Sounds asinine. Like, why would Marvel movies have a 2-year gap between them? That just does not seem possible these days. So you gotta have like 3 coming out in a year. But nonetheless, Iron Man 2, 2010. I actually really liked this one at the time. Later found out, a lot of people don't really like it that much. I don't know why. I thought it was really cool. I love Mickey Rourke being a Russian dude. And, you know, just being a very odd character. Just like that. I like the Tony dealing with alcoholism and solving like the problem of his heart. I don't know. It just seemed like a really good follow-up to the most successful superhero movie of all time. That's it. Well, maybe not most successful, but I'd say probably the best one, like quality-wise. But yeah, Iron Man 2. Where to put it though? I kind of want to put it above Iron Man 1. I kind of do. But is that right? I don't know if that's right. Oh, I feel like I don't know if I can do that. And it did jar me how they changed his mate Rhodes from Terrence Howard in the first one to Don Cheadle in the second one. Like, these two people look nothing alike. And they just changed him. They just changed. It's definitely not C. B or A I'm tossing up with. Oh, I'm gonna do A. I'm gonna do it in front of Iron Man. You know what? Screw the haters. I'm doing what I'm doing. Alright. Next up, Thor. Now, I really like this movie. Going back, I don't think it's that good, but look, Kat Dennings, you know, Natalie Portman. I really like them. I really like them in a terrible way. And yeah, Chris Hemsworth. Oh, Australian. He's Australian, guys. So a bit of national pride there with Chris Hemsworth. And yeah, I just really love that. It just kicked it off, you know. Introduced Loki, one of the most important villains, the MCU, I'd say. Iron Man seems very influential to the MCU, but never amazed by the movies. Really? Huh. See, because nobody gave a fuck about Iron Man before the movies. nobody cared. It was like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, I think it had an animated show back in the 90s, but that didn't do too well, and was ended after a season. The comics, his comics never really did well. It was more like when he was part of the Avengers that people cared about him. You know, yeah. It's very odd, because I feel like with DC, they have the best top 3 heroes. They've got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. These are the 3 pinnacle. And then the rest are sort of average. And then Marvel, they've got Spider-Man, which is up the top. But also, they've got a number of just really solid characters, like along with the X-Men, all that stuff. And that's totally removed, it feels, from the MCU. Well, because the movies were and whatnot. And yeah, it's just crazy. So DC have the top 3 ones, but Marvel just, bam, have one fucking awesome one in Spider-Man, and the rest just sort of just move so well together as a unit. But yeah, Avengers wasn't that. I don't think the Avengers was all that big until that first movie came out. These movies were coming out. Like, these movies definitely made it mainstream. Like, people wouldn't know who the fuck Iron Man was. But yeah. But anyway, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Aussie actor, love him. Looked fucking massive. He was jacked for that role. He was just muscles on muscles on muscles. Daddy was natty. Like, really. Like, come on. You can't. I feel like it's impossible to get these. Get natural muscles like that. Unless you're like working out 12 hours a day. Is that even fucking possible? That's the thing. But hey, congratulations, Chris Hemsworth. You made a good movie. You took up the role of Thor. Played it a bit serious. Probably not my favourite Thor movie. But not my worst. Not my worst. Probably my second favourite Thor movie if I'm spilling the beans. So, you know, I'm going to put this in B tier. Because I do feel like it was solid, but I don't know, it was missing a lot. It was a bit too laced up. It wasn't the Thor that I grew to love in, you know, later movies, we'll say. Alright, moving on. The next movie is Captain America, the First Avenger, 2011, 2 months after Thor. So yeah, another quick release between releases. And yeah, this one was just, you had to do it. Captain America, later the Avengers. Captain America was the first one. He was, you know, World War II based superhero that, you know, frozen in time, come back out, and yeah. And this one was just like, no, this is all in World War II. And I was like, eh. But after watching the movie, and the few times I've watched the movie, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, you kidding me? Like, Captain America, the First Avenger, you got so much good out of it. So much good out of it. You even got like a spin-off show, Agent Carter or whatever. That was amazing. That was amazing. But yeah, it's yeah, Hugo Weaving, love it. Another Aussie representing in the MCU. You know, gotta respect that. And yeah, you even had bloody, what's his name? The guy that played the Tommy Lee Jones. The guy that played the Two-Face in that Batman Forever. Even he was in it as like a little bit character. But yeah, Captain America First Avenger. It's classic. Set up the whole Winter Soldier storyline. Oh, look, this movie was amazing. I loved it. It was a great kickoff to the MCU, to kick off Captain America. But also, I don't know if this is controversial, least favourite Captain America movie. Least favourite. I think the others are better. So I'm gonna have to put that B tier, but in front of Thor. I'm just gonna have to. So, yeah. That's it. And those were the 5 movies that led up to the ground-breaking success of the Avengers. This is the one that broke everything. This is the one that just insane. You know, brought them all together. You know, you brought in Black Widow. She was brought in. Scarlett Scarjo, you know, my crush. Brought in Iron Man 2. And sort of just, you know, gradually introduced Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye. The best. You know, I really love that casting. That was so good. I just love the idea of Hawkeye, this guy just firing arrows, bow and arrow guy. Just, yeah, he's just next to the Hulk, and that's fun. And yeah, another one, Mark Ruffalo was the Hulk. Introducing him, fucking amazing. Good stuff. Just good stuff all round. And of course, you know, we had a little bit of a showdown. There's so many good moments to this movie. Even though by today's standards, it does feel a bit terrible. It does feel a bit camp these days. But hey, back then it was acceptable, and it's all we had. Oh my god, this was what solidified me as like, alright, I'm watching every movie these motherfuckers make. All this connected universe stuff, it's on. I'm loving this. This is peak cinema. And yeah, that all started with the Avengers, so no question about it. S tier for me. Fuck, I might watch it later on. Might watch it later tonight. Why not? Such a good movie. Alright, moving on to the next movie, Iron Man 3. Ugh. Look, not gonna lie, don't really like this one. Don't like the villain. First off, you had Obadiah Stane in the you know, warmonger or whatever in the first one. That was cool. It was just like, yep, stealing your design, making a bigger, stronger, more militarized suit. I'm gonna kick your ass. Awesome. Knocked him off. Then second one, you had Whiplash. Whiplash is an iconic Iron Man villain. You know, Russia's answer to the Iron Man weapon. I just loved that I got to see that. That was cool. And Iron Man 3, alright, what villain you got? You got the Mandarin. Oh, cool. The Mandarin. You mean the alien that has 10 rings and fucking, you know, all this awesome technology and space and yada yada yada? No. You got, what's his name? Guy Pearce. He used to be a nerd, now he's not, because he made some thing. Cool. Anyway, this one didn't really do it for me. I think what carried it was the fact that I like Tony Stark. I like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. And, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow, also a very attractive woman, and I very much like seeing her in movies. But yeah, look, you had a few cool moments, but yeah, no, definitely not one of my faves. I'm gonna have to put that in C. In front of Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Just gonna have to do it. Let's just say how it is. Alright, Thor, Dark World. Yeah, very important movie in the Avengers universe. We got introduced to the Time Stone? One of the Infinity Stones? Oh, it was a big deal. And Loki really fired, like, you know, very Loki Loki focused movie. Yeah, D tier. Yeah, just didn't like it. The enemy was terrible. Like, this was like, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just I didn't like it as much as everything else. Like, everything else has been solid. This one was like, oh yeah, it's a good movie. You know, I'm not terrible that I watched this. It was alright. Had some alright things happening to it, but the grand scheme of the MCU, dead last at this point. Not even a question. I was a little disappointed. You know, they had to find their footing with what they were going to do in 4. But hey, we'll get to that. All right, next movie. We get to the Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This is one of the best, in my opinion. This is pinnacle. This was a great movie. I loved it so goddamn much. Introduction to the Winter Soldier. You know, Bucky Barnes coming back from the first Captain America movie. And yeah, he just nailed it. Just nailed it. I loved it. Introduced the Falcon as well. Anthony Mackie killed it. And this whole... It was very cool. It was like building a friendship between Black Widow and Captain America. And yeah, they did kiss once in the movie, but it just did not seem like a romantic involvement at all. Is that not? They were good friends, it seemed, doing common goal, or just solidifying a good friendship. That's what this partnership sort of showed to me, and I was really like that. I love that because not every movie needs a romance fucking bullshit thing, but this one didn't, and I reckon did really well because of it. And just him, Captain America dealing with the future, dealing with espionage, and maybe his country isn't as good as he thought it was, and there's a problem with it, and he needs to root out the problem, and so he does. So I'm going to put this, I don't know if it's controversial or not, let's go on before Avengers. This is number one. This is number one S tier, on guard, no cap. Alright? That's what this is. Alright, well, the next movie on the list. Oh, and that was Avengers 2012. Next movie on the list. Oh, that was Winter Soldier 2014. Yep. Alright, next movie on the list. Guardians of the Galaxy, August 1st, 2014. Just 4 months after the Winter Soldier. This was the first movie that came out where people were like, what is this? Like, nobody's ever heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy before. Like, what are you doing? You're ruining it. You've got so much to work with, and you're going with Guardians of the Galaxy. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then it came out, and James Gunn was just like, Guardians of the Galaxy are fucking sick. Let me show you why. And let me get a good cast around it. Chris Pratt's career built off this, I'd say. And, Chris Pratt's just like a household name, and I feel like it kicked off with this. I know there's fans of Parks and Recreation, that show that he was on. It's like, I didn't know him from that. I didn't watch that show. I don't give a fuck. Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what kicked it off. That's what made him the best. And then, of course, he goes on to play just about every other fucking thing in the world after this movie. But, Guardians of the Galaxy. S tier or A tier? S tier or A tier? I feel like it's got to be S tier, but it's got to be low S tier. Because James Gunn did such a good job making this movie that now he's in charge of all the DC movies going forward. Like he's doing the next Superman movie, that restarts the whole DC universe connected movies that they're trying to do to compete with Marvel, because Marvel killed it with the MCU, and what DC did sort of struggled, unfortunately. Unfortunately, like I want all these movies to work. I don't want these movies to be bad. I want to enjoy all of these movies, but they've got to be good. They've got to be good. So, and gotta say, Guardians of the Galaxy, what a welcome surprise. Just gold, comedic gold. Had Dave Bautista as Drax, loving that. Vin Diesel as Groot, of all things. It's just the funniest thing. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, all he did was say Groot a number of ways, and then he also did all the different languages. He did all the different languages for all the other versions, so he learned to say Groot in every language, every recording of the fucking thing. And well, good on him, I guess. Vin Diesel, he's a crazy guy. I love him. Not gonna lie. But yeah. Alright, now the next one. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, this was a bad movie. Avengers Age of Ultron. And I'm like, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. I thought it was really fun. I actually got a massive Lego set of it back in the day when I was collecting Lego back then. That was a long time ago. I was a bit younger. Alright, I could get away with it. And yeah, just awesome. Just the team working full force, introducing Black Widow and Quicksilver. As people from the comics know, their dad is Magneto of the X-Men. So it's like, they're introducing mutants? They're introducing mutants? They're introducing Magneto and the X-Men? No, they softly alluded to it. That's about it. It's crazy stuff. I don't know why. But anyway, they were dancing around it because at the time they didn't own the rights to do the X-Men or Spider-Man or anything like that. That was solely reserved for Fox. And, well, Spider-Man have Sony, but so they were all separate, all trying to do their own thing. But yeah, Avengers: Age of Ultron. James Spader as Ultron, the voice of Ultron, awesome. He did really well. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Avengers: Age of Ultron had Andy Serkis as a South African villain in Ulysses Claw, who would go on to be the villain for, well, he is a main villain for the Ant-Man. No, not Ant-Man, for Black Panther. He's the main villain for Black Panther in the comics and stuff. And yeah, just an evil motherfucker. But, you know, they made him a bit different for the for the movies, as they did with most villains. So, Avengers: Age of Ultron, where does it go? It had a lot of cool sequences. It really did. A tier. A tier behind Iron Man. That sounds right. That feels right, you know? Alright, let's move on. Ant-Man. Wow, what a weird movie. Everybody thought, Ant-Man? Who the fuck cares about Ant-Man? What a stupid superhero. But, you give it to Paul Rudd, make it a comedy. Awesome. I reckon Paul Rudd really did a lot of heavy lifting for this movie. And without Paul Rudd, it probably wouldn't have come together. I see it. It would have had to have somebody on this caliber of comedic talent and delivery as Paul Rudd. And yeah, he just nailed it. He really did. That being said, was it better? It was better than Thor. Was it better than Captain America? I'm gonna put it in between Captain America and Thor. I do really like Captain America. And it was, you know, I really like Captain America. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, next one. Captain America Civil War. Oof, this was a good one. This was a good one for me. This was just, you know, the superheroes fighting each other. Let's go. Let's see how they arrive. Big Winter Soldier, big Iron Man, Captain America fight. You know, in the comics, it's a lot different, but they adapted the comic book widely popular comic book storyline for a movie. They gave it Civil War, Iron Man, Team Cap, Team Iron Man. They go at it, and they introduce not only the Black Panther, but Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Alright, and that was a big deal at the time. That was amazing. That was awesome. You got me with that one. A big Spider-Man fan. Big Spider-Man fan. And yeah, it really set up things to come as well. No rift between in the team. I'm gonna say above Iron Man. I'm gonna put it A tier above all the Iron Man. I feel like that's where it should go. Like, just for having Spider-Man alone. Like, really, come on. Spider-Man's the man. As everybody knows. Alright, well, next one. Move on to a new edition. Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch. Like, what an unknown character. Like, been around forever in the Avengers, everything. But, you know, you look at, like, alright, well, what's a classic Doctor Strange comic book run? What's, like, a really well-regarded one? I was looking into it, and there didn't seem to be many. Like, I really looked. I really did. And it was just... yeah, I don't know, but... let's do it in the MCU. MCU can do anything, right? So MCU brings it on board. Benedict Cumberbatch, as I said, bam. Rachel Weisz, love Rachel Weisz, she's awesome. And yeah, you had Mads Mikkelsen. Get him in there, let's do it. And yeah, just cool, really cool special effects with all the time twisting and reality breaking and all that stuff. Just solid, just solid. But you know, where does it fall on the scale? I do feel like all of these movies are good. I do feel like that. It's just, where on the scale of good do they belong? Doctor Strange. Should go... I'm going B tier, behind Thor. I reckon that's alright. I reckon that's a good spot for him. Just want people to know, these three at the bottom here, they're some of my lowest ranking Marvel movies. Just going to put it out there. Alright, next one. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. More Guardians. Guardians number 1, S tier. A lot of people say that the sequel better than the original. I'm not one of those people. I do not. I really love the first one. Got me all the way on Guardians of the Galaxy. I went back, started reading some Guardians of the Galaxy comic books, because it was back then when I read comic books still. And yeah, I was really pumped. I was like, oh bam, they keep switching out members in the comics, and they have a whole new team, and it goes in all sorts of different directions. And you find out, you know, Peter Quill's dad, Star Wars' dad, is like a underworld boss, mob boss sort of thing, and then they do this, and it's like, oh wait, he's a planet. He's Kurt Russell, and he's a planet. I'm like, okay. He's not, though. I feel like that really just got me for some reason. Like, I really did not like that alteration. Yeah. No, it was, hey, look, you had Baby Groot. People loved it. Yeah, people love this movie. Me, not so much. I'm gonna put it there. I'm actually gonna leave it where it is, at the end of B tier. Sacrilege to some. Just feels right to others, like me. Alright, well, let's move on to the next movie. It is Spider-Man Homecoming. In partnership with Sony, they worked out the rights. It took them ages. It took them till 2017. You know, Sony were trying to get that Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield off the ground, and well, the first one was like, yeah, it's alright. The second one was like, woof, that's bad. And because of that, well, Sony were like, hey, you guys do superheroes movies well. Help us. And then they were brought into the connection, and yeah, brought into the family. And new actor Tom Holland fucking kills it. Love it. S tier. Below Winter Soldier. Tom Holland just knocked it out of the park. Zendaya, and then revealing that she's MJ at the end of it. Didn't see that coming. Something I'd probably be like, oh, what the fuck? But they brought it at the end, after a whole movie of me liking her portrayal of, like, her character. She'd already won me over and then was like, oh yeah, I'm MJ. And it's like, oh. You know, if you told me you were MJ first, I probably would have had a problem with you all throughout it, but you held off until the end. Till after I got to like the character. Works. I reckon they did really well there. And Zendaya just killed it. Tom Holland killed it. You know, real life couple. They have the chemistry. Then you have Ned, computer chair guy, he's killing it. Iron Man in the mentor role. Just Michael Keaton coming back. Michael Keaton. Third time playing a bird-like superhero villain sort of character. You know, he has Batman. He had, what was it, Birdman? And Vulture. So, Michael Keaton. Killing it with the flying animal department. Alright, let's move on to Thor. Ragnarok. And they really pivoted with this one. They brought on Taika Waititi to direct. And he was like, I'm Taika Waititi. I did What We Do in the Shadows. I do comedy movies. And this one's going to be a comedy movie. We're going to take Thor and we're going to give you jokes every minute or two. Just keep hitting them. Keep hitting them. You won't like a lot of them, but don't worry. There's a one you will like coming up straight away. And yeah, I reckon this is belongs in A tier. Definitely the best Thor movie. Definitely the best Thor movie. Civil War? No. Iron Man 2? Oof. I went between Iron Man and Iron Man 2. This was his coming out. Like, he's like, hey, give me the chance. Let me be comedic. Let me tell some jokes. I can kill this. And he did, and he did. So, congratulations. Alright. Move on from Thor Ragnarok. Because, yeah. Oh, awesome Hulk stuff, and introduced, Tessa Thompson. Her character, Valkyrie. She's awesome. Yeah. Alright, next one. Black Panther 2018. This movie came out and it really made a shit ton of money. Hugely popular. Seen by so many people. Big event for black cinema history, and just a big turnout, and just what a great movie it was. Like, so many awesome performances and awesome cast. I did have a tiny complaint with this movie. It's just that the Black Panther in the comics is always, he's a planner, he's a tactical genius, he's planning everything out. He doesn't get surprised by anything because he's already planned for it. It's the villain in the audience or the reader that gets surprised by what happens because the Black Panther knew and did it. And they didn't really sort of have any of that. He was just a good superhero. He was just like a typical sort of good superhero, sort of starting up, just not really. It's just, if you're a tactical genius as a superhero, then you should be a bit of a tactical genius before you become a superhero. There should be things indicating towards that, and there just wasn't. He was just, just who he was. But yeah, look, awesome movie. Loved all the supporting cast. Michael B. Jordan, one of the best bad guys. Whatchamacallit? The guy that plays Ngannou. The White Ape guy. Oh, he was fucking amazing. So, look, I gotta put this in S tier. And I gotta put it above Guardians, below Avengers. It's not Avengers tier. It's not Avengers tier. Alright. What's the Thor movie called? What? Thor Ragnarok? Or... Yeah. Ragnarok. Yeah, that was a good one. It was really funny. They just were like, hey, we're going to turn it into a joke now because nobody really likes serious Thor. And I was like, yeah, nobody really likes serious Thor. I'm glad you got that. And they're like, we'll do this. And I was like, cool, love it. All over it. I think we'll pause it there for now and we'll go into... Gonna get the Marvel Comic-Con panel ready. And yeah, this is gonna be good. Hopefully. I'm hoping because they've done a lot of pivoting. And, yeah, they've done a lot of pivoting on the MCU as of late because they just have not made money. Yes, the Black Panther comics. I got into the run that introduced Martin Freeman, who played the American CIA guy. I saw the run with him, and where Black Panther takes on Mephisto, like the devil, and like tricks him and traps him into. Yeah, I don't know. Black Panther. I really did like a lot of their comics. They were really good. But yeah, it's not what we get, unfortunately. It's not what we get. Huh. But yeah, but also, look, the Spider-Man comics is where it's at. I feel like they were just the best ones growing up. Them and X-Men. And then later on, I did come around to some Batman and Superman stuff and some DC stuff. But really, I just feel like nothing touches Spider-Man personally. I feel like I'm just a massive just Spider-Man just fan. I'm just too there. But yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Keep watching.
Alright. 10:58. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. It's starting soon, but I'll be back soon. Hang on. Oh, what? Oh, I don't think they're actually doing a stream for us to see. I think they're doing a behind closed doors stream. Like, they're just showing it to people in San Diego. No, what they must have changed it. Damn. What I'm reading here is they just like the thing is packed. They're not going to show it to the public. There's going to be a bunch of leaked trailers afterwards. Oh damn it, my door opened. Huh. Damn. Damn. Alright, I was lied to. And I'm not happy. I'm on now. What are you talking about, Fenno? Welcome to the stream. You've missed my, or part of my MCU movie tier ranking list. Having been someone that I actually got into watching the MCU movies, and we talked about it heaps. I thought you'd be here. Bro. Nah, that's cool. Yeah, just doing my MCU ranking tier list, and I was gonna do a bunch of Comic-Con stuff, but it seems like that's not really happening. Yeah, they're just going to be announcing stuff. So yeah, there's a MCU panel going on right now at San Diego Comic-Con. And I swear they were saying they were gonna put it out there for everyone to see, but no, apparently no. They're not. They're doing it just for the people there, and only the people there get to see stuff. And yeah, I'll be chopping this up into a video at some point. But yeah, but thank you for joining me. Of course, love you. Well, appreciate it. Yeah, just going through the Marvel list. I've just ranked the first 18 MCU movies in order so far, and rank S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. So yeah, no, wait. Put your opinion in. Give us your opinion when I'm going through these. All right, love to hear from it. So I'm all the way up to Avengers: Infinity War. This bad boy changed cinema history forever. S tier, not just S tier. S tier 1. Come on. What is this doing? What is this doing? There we go. S tier. Avengers Infinity. What can I say? Just, this was what it was all leading up to. And part 1. Oh no, that won't be released. That won't be released to us at all. That's not coming to us. That's just for people that go to the San Diego Comic-Con. And we'll get like news releases released through it. So I'll probably be I'll be on the Twitter. And I'll be, waiting for things to pop up. Because they're changing a lot. They're changing a lot of what they're doing for the MCU going forward. And this is where they're going to be telling us what they're going to change, but they're not showing it to everybody. They're just doing it, to people that got there and got in, and apparently it's packed. So, all right, Avengers: Infinity War, S tier, number 1, has to be, with Josh Brolin, You got the Empire ending, which is when somebody says the Empire ending, they just mean Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, bad guys win at the end. The bad guys win at the end of this one, and you're like, hey, what the hell? You just killed like everybody. What's going on? And left it on a massive cliffhanger. Also signaled Captain Marvel at the end, you know, putting that out there, being like, hey. But also, you know, you had Doctor Strange do that thing where he's just like, there's only one possible solution. I see them all. I see all solutions. And there's only one where we make it. And then that's it. And then all this stuff happens. It's like, well, he said there's only one way. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that was a classic cinema history. Big moment for superhero movies in general. It just made so much money. It was ridiculous. And then followed up by the next movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's a good movie. You're the all-seeing eye. How am I the all-seeing eye? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I like this movie. I like this movie a fair bit, but it doesn't reach the highs as all these other movies. It is sort of... You know what? I reckon it does go there. It goes right behind Ant-Man. That's where it goes. That makes sense to me. Should it go behind or in front? No, we'll stick with behind. Sets up a lot for the future as well, for what we're currently going through, or what we're currently going to change away from. But yeah, we'll see, because, yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Let's put a step behind Ant-Man. Ant-Man's first movie, it's great. And yeah, this is more of the same. More greatness. Alright, moving into Captain Marvel. Brie Larson. Yeah, apparently a lot of people like this movie. A lot of 90s nostalgia, as it was set in the 90s. He doesn't have the powers of an ant, Rick. Alright? I don't think you understand what Ant-Man... Well, you wouldn't. You're not a nerd. Alright? You have no idea about Ant-Man. He doesn't have the powers of an ant. He has shrinking powers. So he's just shrinking. And he wears like a helmet that's like, you know, he can breathe in the helmet like no spray would do anything. And also he can talk to ants and control them, but that's through technology. It's not like a superhero thing. It's not because he's part ant or anything. It's just all technology. But yeah, Captain Marvel, space hero, Brie Larson, set in the 90s. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Didn't think it was that good. Brie Larson, meh. I like Brie Larson, I should say, but it's just sort of like I don't like it set in the 90s. It's set in the 90s. I just don't like prequels that much. Because yeah, it's predating everything and sort of leading into things for the future. Yeah, I don't know. But then Captain America: First Avenger I really liked. And that's there. Well, it's not that I didn't like it, but it's there. Alright, it's there. It's in B tier. It's at the end. I liked it. I didn't mind it. Also, Australian, Ben Mendelsohn. He's in there. Love Aussies in movies. Give the tip of the hat to him. So, Captain Marvel, B tier. After Volume 2, for sure. But these are all good movies. Like, yeah, anyway. Yeah, no, he's the size of an ant, but he still has the same power and strength he has when he was fully. So you can't just stomp on him. So yeah. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. But yeah, next. Avengers. Endgame. S tier. I'm even gonna put it in front of Infinity War. S tier, number one, peak cinema, capped off this whole multi-million dollar, billion-dollar journey of movies that culminated in this one movie. Tied it up in a nice little bow and was like, alright, next. And yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. You know, all the endings for all the characters. Well, I won't reveal any spoilers. Although, if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, that's pretty weird. No, he's not like an ant that had a Red Bull. He's just a guy that has technology that does stuff. I said that. Maybe watch the movie, Mr. Parker. But you should watch the movie. It's a good movie. Ant-Man's a good movie. It's all about an ex-con trying to do a heist to save the world or something. Yeah, it's good. It's good. You should try it. Alright. Moving on. Spider-Man. Far From Home. The sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming. And the first post-Endgame movie in the MCU. And, yeah, really liked it. Spider-Man. Love Spider-Man Homecoming. Didn't like this as much. But yeah. Oh, saving yourself for the DC movies. Well, it starts next year with Superman. Alright? And it's going to be a good one, hopefully. So it's James Gunn, who does Guardians of the Galaxy. And he did one of the good Suicide Squad movie. He'll be good. James Gunn's a gun. Just to say. Spider-Man Far From Home. Where to put it? I still think it's A tier because it's Spider-Man. Just because it's Spider-Man. I feel like I'm a bit biased when it comes to that. Yep. Putting it there. Behind Civil War. Yeah, man. It's called lo-fi music, Ryan. You should get into it. It's pretty sick. It's a good way to relax. Alright. Black Widow. The first Black Widow movie. Made, probably 10 years after they should have, because people wanted this movie ages ago, and then they waited until, spoilers, after her death in Endgame. They decided, hey, we'll do a Black Widow movie that doesn't go anywhere. Because the character's dead and we know she's dead. It's like, what are you doing to us? So anyway, Black Widow. Still, fun movie. Still really liked it. Just Land of the Bees. B tier. That's where it's at. I will say better than Ant-Man. Not better than Captain America, though. But yeah. Black Widow, B tier, behind Cap. Alright, let's get into some of the newer era movies. I chuckle. Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. I still think it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Pretty decent kung fu movie. It has the Mandarin that should have been in the Iron Man 3 movie. And has the villain and the fake guy that played the the guy that played the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3 is in this as well. Put a B tier. Behind Doctor Strange. It's a good movie. I really liked it. It was good action. There was an awesome fight scene on a bus that they had. Awesome. They set up for a sequel at the end of it. I don't think they're going to get that. I think this might be one of the ones that are just done. But yeah. Anyway, we'll put it there. The Eternals. C tier. Probably behind the Hulk. Was this the beginning of the end? I don't know. You tell me. This was just a big cast of decent actors following an unknown sort of like, there's no like Eternals comics that was popular or anything. This is like, it's like they're trying something new, going for something very unknown, and I feel like it was trying to kind of build up to the next big storyline arc, but just no. Just no. It just did not work. Didn't work for me. Don't think it worked for most people. You know, apparently at the end of this movie, there's a giant person coming out of the fucking planet of Earth. Like, it's the size, like, could be the size of the Earth just about. And there's like this big fucking thing coming out of the ocean. And they've never referenced it in any other movie since. It's like, what? Like, there's a fucking giant alien man coming out of the Earth. Like, what's going on? Like, why isn't anybody talking about this? Well, they're not talking about it, so... Yeah, anyway. Bottom of C tier. Still better than Thor Dark World. Alright, Spider-Man. No Way Home. It was a flop. It was one of their first flops that kicked off a big, like, alright, Marvel's lost its step. But then they followed up with Spider-Man No Way Home. And I'm just going to put Spider-Man No Way Home number 2. Fucking awesome. Brought in all the Spider-Men. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, brought them all in. Brought in villains from all the classic Spider-Man movies. It sort of just spanned it all. And, yeah, it was just perfect. It was exactly what I wanted to make me feel like, hey, don't worry. Endgame was awesome, but we still got good movies that you're gonna really love coming out. We're still gonna come out with really good movies. Alright, guys? You're gonna love it. And yeah, I did love it. I'll watch it again. I'll watch it again and again and again. It's great stuff. But yeah, well, yeah. Willem Dafoe. So good. I like Willem Defriend better, but Willem Dafoe is pretty cool as well. Next one, Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness. Did a lot of interesting stuff, this one. Still a good movie in its own right, but yeah, it's going to be fourth from the bottom. You took Black Widow, you made her the bad guy, you brought in all these variations and multiverse. Yeah, I don't know. Get away from the fucking multiverse shit, alright? I don't like it anymore, alright? It's just a way to bring in everybody together from wherever the fuck you want, just to pander to fans, and I don't know. I just didn't dig it that much. Maybe I need to watch it again, but I don't know. Not my thing. Alright, next. Thor, Love and Thunder. When I heard about this, I was so pumped. Jane Foster, bloody Natalie Portman becoming Thor. That was one of my favourite Thor runs in the comic books. I don't think I had a better one. And then it came out, and I was like, oh no, this is very, very bad. I did not like this one at all. Wanted to go with the jokiness, and I just don't know. I just don't think it landed the jokiness that well. Like, it was really misstep. I thought it was going to be more Ragnarok, because I loved Ragnarok, because it was very, funny. And the best Thor movie that came out at that point. And now, ugh, get out of here. Tried it again. Went for the same thing. And I don't know. You just landed flat on your face. So, gonna have to put it in C tier as well, behind Iron Man 3. Because it was a dropped catch. That's what it was. It was a dropped catch. You had great storyline to build off of from the comics, and instead you went a totally different direction, or similar direction, but yeah, look, didn't do it for me. Yeah, no worries, Fenner. Although I am almost finished, I've just got 4 more movies to go, and then I'll be wrapping up. I'll probably have a quick check-in on what's happening over at Comic-Con. Alright, anyway, next movie, Wakanda Forever. Just unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman, the passing of Chadwick Boseman, they had to do something real quick to fill in the gap, and it was like, oh, who's going to be Black Panther? And I just don't think they pulled it together too well. And they had Namor and these Atlanteans, and it was just like, I don't know about any of this. I don't know. So I'm going to have to actually, put it third last. Really didn't like it. Really bad follow-up to what was such a good movie. Like, you know, I put Black Panther up in S tier. And this was such a fall from grace as far as I'm concerned. But not one that they meant to do. You know, that when you lose your lead actor, it's hard to pivot. And, you know, I'm sure they did their best. But, yeah, just didn't do it for me. Alright, now, next. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The ending of the Ant-Man trilogy. And setting up the next big bad guy for the MCU. Which, of course, is not happening anymore because he got all his domestic abuse charges from his partner, and Disney dropped him. They were like, no, domestic abuse charges, we don't like that, so you can't work for Disney. And then that was it. Now they're like, well, what are we going to do? So today, I'm looking to find out if they're going to recast, or if they're going to change the direction of the villain for this phase of Marvel movies. This is a very weird and rocky situation that the MCU is in at the moment, and hey, look, we'll just see how they go. But yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Before those allegations came out, just building up Kang, still not the best. I'd say above Love and Thunder, below Iron Man 3. Just another one that should have just knocked it out of the park, but just didn't. Just fell short, and yeah, it's just disappointing. Just disappointing, really. Just emblematic of current day Marvel MCU. Alright, moving we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The closing trilogy to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Look, in the end, Guardians of the Galaxy ended up being an average sort of movie trilogy. After that first one was so fucking good, in my opinion. And then this one, yeah, alright, it was better than the second one, but it was really sad and focused on Rocket. And I know that story already from the comics. It was really, I didn't like it because of how it makes me feel feelings. I don't like feeling feelings that much. So yeah, behind Thor, B tier. B tier getting a lot of love in this stream, not gonna lie. C tier getting a lot of love. D tier is just at the bottom. Dark World. On an island by itself. Alright, next one. The last one. The Marvels. Bringing in Miss Marvel from the Miss Marvel TV show, Disney Plus show, and then also bringing in that Photon lady, the chick they introduced during the WandaVision Disney Plus show, and then partnered up with Captain Marvel. So, look, I saw this one in the cinema. I've seen all these movies in the cinema, but this one, yeah. Probably need to watch it again. I've only seen it once, but I don't know. I never really gave a fuck about Captain Marvel. It wasn't that bad. I'll put it there in C tier. So yeah, a lot of love in B tier and C tier, and that's just how it is. So yeah, there's my list. There's my ranking. So my top 5: Avengers Endgame at number 1. Spider-Man No Way Home at number 2. Avengers Infinity War at number 3. Captain America and the Winter Soldier at number 4. And Spider-Man Homecoming at number 5. That's a top 5. And yeah, a lot of them are not too modern, but fairly modern. And yeah, it's like an even share around S tier to C tier. But look, D tier got one. But also, like, all these movies, I don't regret watching them. I don't regret watching them. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pop Eternals down here, because I do regret watching that one. I feel like that's just going nowhere. It was going nowhere. We're probably never going to hear about any of those characters ever again. It was just a waste of time. And yeah, so alright, we'll get rid of that one. Alright, so there's the list. You know, thank you for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe about what you want to see about what you disagree with or agree with this list. Because, yeah, I'd love to hear from anybody out there, of course. But yeah, just yeah, enjoy your day. Stay tuned to the socials to find out any and all news that's going to be coming out in the next hour or so. And yeah, there should be some interesting things, interesting cast choices. We're going to find out who's going to be playing like the Fantastic Four and stuff, and find out what X-Men stuff they're going to be working on, because they're doing X-Men stuff. They're doing X-Men stuff. They are. They're going to be doing it. They're going to bring X-Men into the MCU, but it's going to be from the beginning. They're going to start from scratch and introduce them. So, should be interesting. They're starting it all with Fantastic Four. I can't wait. Fantastic Four is going to be sick. I really wanted a good Fantastic Four movie. They made 3. 2 were alright, I guess, and 1 was just dog shit. And I just really want a good one, because I love Fantastic Four like back in the day. Like the comics. Johnny Storm and his relationship with Spider-Man is awesome. I want to see that. But I don't know. But really, what I really want, what the top of the pile, Avengers vs. X-Men. Let's go. Let's do Avengers vs. X-Men. Like one of the biggest comic book storylines for Marvel, ever. In my opinion. Like the one that I love the most, the one that I was into the most. And I want to see that. I want to see that on the big screen. And it's probably the only thing that could beat Endgame in terms of build-up and execution. Like, they could do so much with a build-up to Avengers vs. X-Men. And they can just... Yeah. Oh, God. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. You should steal like one of these movies. Like, you're pretty much good with most of them. Pretty much most of them you're good with. And then... Yeah. What do you reckon, Steelo? What's your worst one? What's your favourite one? Is there any you haven't seen? Or have you seen them all like me? But yeah, will I watch one tonight? I did say I was thinking about it. See, the problem with this is I could easily go, yep, I'm going to start watching. I'm going to watch one. And I'm going to start with Iron Man 1 and just go through them all eventually over a couple of weeks. Thor is your worst? What? 1, 2, or 3? You gotta be specific. Or 4. There's a 4th one. Thor Dark World is my least favourite Thor. But yeah, not a chance, Rick. I don't believe you've seen half of these. Tell me I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong. But you've secretly watched them all. And just hated every single one of them. Well, no judgment, I know, you're not a big movie person. All of them. You've seen all of them? Oh, shit. What do you mean you haven't seen any of them? All of the Thor. Oh, you mean all of the Thor is the worst. Come on, man. Why are you doing Chris Hemsworth like that? Far From Home, really? The second Spider-Man? The one in Europe? It is a big hammer. It's very big. And no, Rick, opinions aren't wrong. Opinions are opinions. And that's all that I'm putting forth here. Everybody has their own ranking, I'm sure. Oh, it's a Dummies Man. Well, come on, get behind Thor. What are you doing? I think he's the only Australian lead actor of all these movies. I know there's a few Australians in it, You had Hugo Weaving. You had oh god, Hugo Weaving, Ben Mendelsohn. I think a few of these have been actually filmed in Queensland, Gold Coast as well. Thor Ragnarok is good. I will hang my hat on Thor Ragnarok. That is a good movie. That is funny as hell and just awesome. The rest I can't stand up for the fourth and the second one, but the first one, I like the first one. The first one's good. First one's good. That's all I'm saying. Tyson likes Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man is what kicked us all off. Iron Man is, you know, 2 A-tier movies I've got for Iron Man up here. And, you know, he is the main character in most of the Avengers movies. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman? Yeah. He's Marvel now, but only by default. He's only Marvel now with the Deadpool Wolverine movie. All the other ones don't count. The newer one that's animated. What animated? There's an animated Thor movie? Thor show? I didn't know there was an animated Thor show. No, I haven't really liked the animated Marvel stuff for a very long time. See you, Fenno. But yeah, I haven't liked the animated Marvel stuff for quite some time. Since Marvel's Avengers, not the last one, but the one before that. That was a great little series. But yeah. Oh well, the third one is out in cinemas now, Rick. Bringing together Deadpool and Wolverine. And apparently they have many nods to previous movies. A lot of jokes about it. A lot of characters popping up and apparently it's alright. I'll probably take my parents to go see it next weekend. Spider-Man's up there, yeah. Look, Spider-Man's my favourite. My favourite superhero by far. Well, you talk about the Tobey Maguire one? Which Spider-Man movie? There's like 10, isn't there? The animated Spider-Man. You mean Miles Morales? I thought you've seen all of them, Rick. Wouldn't you be seeing this one as well? But yeah. No, well. This is the Marvel tier ranking. Bam! Infinity War #1. Eternals and Thor Dark World at the bottom of the barrel. But, you know, there's still time. They are terrible by today's standards of movies. Oh my god, they're just the worst. I love them. I have a soft spot in my heart for them because they were my ones. But yeah, no, definitely that third one was garbage fire at the time. And garbage fire now. The second one is iconic. First one was alright, but pretty bad. If you go back and watch them, they're just so bad. But of course, they were what we had at the time. And they were good for superhero movies at the time. And I love Spider-Man. I love all the Spider-Man movies as well. But I'm not going to be putting those movies on this list. I'd have to put them high, but except for the third one. But Amazing Spider-Man, oh god, they weren't the best. Andrew Garfield. But hey, Spider-Man No Way Home, like second from the top. That has Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That has Tobey Maguire in it. That has yeah, it's so good. When's the second premiere? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that would have been awesome. Because that's like that's considered one of the best Spider-Man movies. It's just so good. It was so good. Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus. He comes back in No Way Home, my second favourite movie on the list. So oh. Shit's going down at the Marvel panel. I wish they were streaming it for us to watch. Yep. William Dafoe. Yeah, he came back in No Way Home as well. Yeah, the newest Spider-Man movie was really great. I love William Dafoe. I prefer William Defriend, but I'll take William Dafoe any day of the week. I'm sorry, I want to keep making that joke. Alright, wow. Surely IGN is streaming something. Man. Yeah, Doc Ock, Alfred Molina. He's the best. I don't know him from anything else other than Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home, but hey. That's what he does. That's what he does. James Franco equals boss. You know he's cancelled. You know James Franco's cancelled. Like, none of his friends will work with him anymore, apparently. I think there was some sexual assault allegations or something like that. But yeah, which is sad because I really liked Pineapple Express and Spider-Man movies, and the interview was awesome. You can't cancel me. But yeah, I don't think he's done anything for a very long time. Could be wrong. I guess he's still doing stuff, but just not really. Hasn't been around lately. Damn. Yeah, he hasn't been doing anything for a while. Yeah, well, that's all done now. That's all done now. I don't know what you mean by Amber Heard in Aquaman. Like, yeah, she was very attractive in Aquaman, but you know that lady is crazy, and she's not really going to be getting any more work. You know, she was yeah, she's essentially cancelled as well. They just wanted to get that Aquaman 2 movie out. I actually don't think I've seen it yet. I don't think I bothered. I don't think I will bother. I might as well. I've seen every other fucking stupid superhero movie. Alright, well. Look, can't go on all day. I'm going to be leaving it there for now. Thank you for joining me, guys, in the chat. And the lurkers lurking. Yeah. Well, look. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp were pretty terrible. Seems to be pretty terrible people. So, you know, they can. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. But yeah. Alright, well, with that, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for joining me, guys. Going over my Marvel movie tier ranking, tier list. It's good to see you. And with that, see you next week, guys. And yeah, I'll see you all this week for All for Footy, our AFL podcasts. Come join us, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify. And yeah, with that we'll yeah, I'll get the fridge out of here. I'll keep the lo-fi going, but I'll be disappearing. So yeah, farewell. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.